Wayde van Niekerk planned to break world record again. Wayde van Niekerk is a name that needs no introduction in the world of athletics. The South African sprinter has become one of the most dominant forces in the sport, and his rise to the top is nothing short of remarkable. He rose to the highest point in track and field greatness from a humble background, becoming a legend in the 400 meters dash, and he's still focused to break more and more records amid claims by critics that his career is dead. And with his new comeback strategy, you can be sure he's going to put to shame all his critics in the upcoming 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. Want to know more about this Olympic gold medalist and his plans for Paris 2024? Well, be sure to watch this video till the end to find out. For those of you who live under the rock, Wayde van Niekerk was born on July 15, 1992, in Cape Town, South Africa. His fate was predetermined, especially considering that he grew up in a family of athletes, with both his mother and father being former sprinters. So it came naturally that Van Niekerk showed interest in athletics at a tender age. He started running at a young age and quickly showed promise on the track. Watching his parents, Van Niekerk wanted to follow in their footsteps and make a name for himself. And sure enough, with the support of his father, who became his coach, Van Niekerk would work tirelessly to improve his technique and speed. And even though Van Niekerk competed in several local track events, it was until 2010 that he made his first major international competition at the age of 18. And that was at the World Junior Championships in Moncton, Canada. Although he had worked hard to make it to the semi-finals of the 200 meters dash, it seems this was not the right time for him to shine, as he failed to qualify for the finals. But this did not shatter his dream. He knew he had a long way to go to achieve his goal, and so he got back to the drawing board, planning his strategy going forward and training more for his success. It wasn't easy, and he would spend the next few years honing his skills and improving his times. With strong support from his father, who was his mentor and coach, he worked tirelessly, focusing on developing his technique and improving his endurance. And honestly, this paid off hugely. He made it to the finals of the 400 meters dash at the 2015 World Championships in Beijing, China. The date was August 25th of 2015. And Van Niekerk was much ready for the men's 400 meters finals. It was going to be one of the most competitive races Van Niekerk was about to face. This considering that he was lined up in the field against the defending Olympic champion, Karani James, and also the 2008 Olympic champion, Lashon Merritt. Indeed, it was going to be a tough race. And with the two stars lined up in the field, you can tell Van Niekerk was nowhere in the picture for those anticipated to beat this particular world championship. However, Van Niekerk rose against all odds to make a groundbreaking history by winning the 400 meters race in a shocking time of 43.48 seconds, beating the likes of Lashon Merritt and Karani James. Winning this global title was a breakthrough for Van Niekerk, as all eyes now focused on this young African star. Moving forward, the 2016 season proved equally amazing for Van Niekerk, who displayed incredible abilities, setting him on another level in the field and track events. He went completely undefeated in all his opening 20 races of the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. And when the Rio Games arrived, Van Niekerk was at the top of the watch list among the favorites, expected to take home the gold medal. But something quite unexpected happened and would become one of the most memorable moments in the Olympics history. This was Van Niekerk's crowning achievement, as he would go on to break Michael Johnson's 17-year-old world record in the 400 meters race, crossing the finish line in a time of 43.03 seconds. And mark the fact that he did all that while in the 8th lane sprinting with stunning speed and with incredible strength to clinch the historic victory with a groundbreaking margin of 0.73 seconds. This win has gone down in books of history as one of the biggest 400 meters wins in the history of the Olympics. And sure enough, Van Niekerk's 400 meters record still stands strong, and not even a single athlete has ever gotten close to the incredible time set by Van Niekerk. This was a stunning victory that gave Van Niekerk the confidence to push even harder And as you'd expect, 2017 was even much better for him. He was so hopeful for another world championship. And truly, 2017 became the year that set Van Niekerk as arguably the most versatile and talented sprinter ever to compete. He started well on June 10th by winning a 200 meters dash in Kingston, Jamaica at a record time of 19.80 seconds to become the fastest 200 meters athlete in the world at the time. A couple of weeks later, Van Niekerk won a 100 meters dash in 9.94 seconds. He even tried his hands on the 300 meters dash, and it all turned out a magnificent success. But that was not all. The highlight of the season was on August 8th, when he won the 400 meters dash with a time of 43.98 seconds, bringing his global titles to 3 in a row, a feat that just a few athletes have managed to achieve in history. And while we all expected Van Niekerk to continue with this winning streak, things suddenly took a turn, and towards the end of the 2017 season, Van Niekerk suffered a career-threatening injury after his ACL got torn while training. It was a tough moment, and Van Niekerk was forced to spend nearly a year in rehabilitation. And even after making a comeback towards the end of 2018, expectations were so high. Now, even though he participated in a few races here and there, it was all clear that he was not yet back to his best. This was clearly seen after he failed to reach the finals at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, which took place on July 23, 2021. It was at this moment that Van Niekerk's critics took up against him. Some started writing the obituary of his career. It all seemed like Van Niekerk was a forgotten case. But this did not break Van Niekerk. He has continued to forge ahead, making full recovery and competing at the highest level. He may not have yet matched his world record-breaking performance, but he remains one of the top sprinters in the world. Last year, in 2022, Van Niekerk made it to the finals of the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon. And even though he came in a distant 5th position with a time of 44.97 seconds, at least it played a key role in bringing him back to the limelight. Van Niekerk now plans to use the 2023 season, which kicked off on 30th March 2023 at the South African Championships in Potchefstroom, to build on the positive strides he made in 2022. Speaking of the season, Van Niekerk reiterated his desire to restore his lost glory, saying, "I want to be back on the podium and get back to winning gold medals and challenging world records." His new goal since breaking the 400 meters dash world record at Rio 2016 is now to become the first man to break the 43-second ceiling in the upcoming events. And even though constant injuries have continued to defer his dream, Van Niekerk says he still has the opportunity to show his best in the upcoming Paris 2024. He acknowledged that the injuries have indeed slowed down his momentum, but his hopes now rest with the future, saying, "Tokyo was a big disappointment, and last year, 2022, I was in the World Championships final. So every year, I see progress and improvement. I have to believe that this year will bring more improvement, and I am looking forward to Paris 2024. As you can tell, Van Niekerk is focused to bring home more medals and break even more records. And by looking at the time and the win he has achieved over the previous world and Olympic champions, there is a lot of hope that Van Niekerk has a strong hand to make a comeback in Paris 2024. So, there you have it, guys. As you can see, Wayde van Niekerk's injury was a setback in his career, but he has shown resilience and determination to overcome the career-threatening injury to come back stronger than ever. If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content like this. Thanks for watching.